What's going on, y'all? Another week, another geek. We're back with another episode of the Why I'm Geek show with your homies AJ and ChrisyLite. This is episode 201. Chris, how you feeling today? Brody.
Man, I'm excited to be back, refreshed, recharged. And I think we got a spicy one coming up. Glad to be back, G.
Clap it up, y'all. Clap it up.
Yeah.
We got sound effects.
Improvements.
Yeah.
Improvements. I like the background too, man. I like it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Had to go back to a classic, you know? Had to go back to a classic. And it's fitting for today's episode because today we're going to be covering Avatar Fire and Ash, the third installment in the Avatar franchise. Gonna be four of them, so at least four. Might be six. I don't know. I don't remember. But Chris, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. First off, though, what you been doing, man? Like, what's we've been gone for a little while, man.
Oh man, yeah, no.
We've been gone for a little while, so we can't just jump right in. You know what I'm saying? But like, just first off, what you been watching? Just or like, you know.
Well, I'll tell you, I've not been watching One Piece. You know,
so you didn't catch up, y'all. You didn't catch up.
Yeah, the journey. I'm still lost. I'm stuck on a whole cake island, and one day I'll get out of that. But I don't know if we ever talked about it on the podcast. We went to Collecticon around summertime.
Yeah, we did.
And slowly but surely, man, that Pokemon hype wave just caught me, and I'm addicted, man. I'm just nonstop looking up prices, nonstop looking at cards, slabs, trying to get product. You know, just walking into Target,
get product.
Yeah, product. Oh man, so I'm just addicted to Pokemon right now. Ever since the podcast has been gone away. Yeah. But movie and show wise, you know, Stranger Things. Really, I don't even think I've caught up on movies. I made a list that I wanted to catch up on. I don't even think I did that, man. So literally, Pokemon.
I got you. I got you.
What you been up to, G?
I've been trying to beat my record for spooky movies and stuff I've seen a year. It's not spooky season anymore. So I don't know why I'm doing this, but I watched both It movies, 1 and Chapter 2. Not scarier than the first It. I'm gonna say that. Way better quality though. Like it's a well-made movie.
For sure.
Well-made movie, both of them. And not what I expected / remembered. You know? So it was still like I was satisfied with the ending, but at the same time I was like, man, I thought it was gonna be something else. Like I remember the spider thing, but I don't remember it being an alien. That's a whole nother thing. But reason why I was watching that was because, like you, I watched Stranger Things, and then once Stranger Things ended, Welcome to Derry was popping everywhere. Everybody's saying Welcome to Derry is better than Stranger Things. So I was like, oh, I gotta watch Welcome to Derry. But then Chris was like, how you gonna watch Welcome to Derry? You ain't watched the first two movies. Like that's backwards. So I had to do my research. You know what I'm saying? I had to go and sit through
I said do your thing. I said do your thing. But I think you watched an episode or two and then said, nah, I'm going to the movies.
Yeah. Cause I was like, I had too many questions. That was like,
I feel like there's a lot of questions.
Yeah. So that's a whole nother pod. But I actually watched that, and then I watched Alien Romulus. Finished that. Yeah. You know.
Dang.
So it's like
these are not movies you would watch.
No, it's not. No. But I'm stepping. I'm big stepping right now. You know, trying to get ready for next year. And then also like I've just been watching a whole bunch of anime. Been watching some mecha anime and stuff like that. We'll get into that in the Why I'm Geek segment. But I just wanted to check the pulse. I got some Pokemon too, y'all. You know, I
Yeah.
got a little
Yeah.
binder. I ain't gonna flex it for you.
Yo,
You know what I'm
hey.
saying? But it's up there. It's getting to the money. It's like, no, stop.
Yeah.
But yeah. So little update for y'all before we jump into the episode. I hope y'all doing good. This is season 5 of the show, and probably after this, probably gonna stop the season and just keep going with the episodes because it's like, you know, 5 my favorite number. So that's just came to my brain right now. But
yeah, JD5.
See, now he took it too far.
Yeah.
He took it too far. Season's over with for both of us, regardless of what happens on Christmas.
Dang, a lot of stuff did happen since we gone.
Yeah. When we left, we was on top. We was going.
I was feeling pretty confident
upward.
everything would turn around.
Yeah.
Dang.
Crazy how times. What do they say? How the tables turn, or
yeah,
something like that. But Avatar: Fire and Ash, Chris, what did you expect to see going into this thing? Did you do any background before you watched this thing, or you just went in there and just said, "I'm gonna watch this thing"?
I've seen Avatar, the first one, like 10 times, to be
Mhm.
honest. I've seen it a lot.
Yeah.
The second one I've probably seen 3 or 4 times. So
Dang.
I did do a little backup just in case, because I was pretty convinced, like, yeah, this one they gonna stack on, you know, racks on racks on racks. Like we going even higher this time, like Fire and Ash. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss a single thing. So I did just a quick little recap, and that was it. But I pretty much remember both movies. Like I definitely don't need to watch the first one ever again. I've just seen it too many times.
Yeah. I didn't watch the second one again either. But I've only seen it once. That's a long movies to watch 10 times though. But
oh wow. Ever since when it came out in 2022? December?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 3 years later.
Yeah. But it's like I don't really rewatch anything.
Okay.
Like I rewatch shows. I don't really rewatch movies like that. Which I need to change that. But yeah, I just watched the trailer and I was like, okay, it's not what I was expecting to see. Little revolution from like Civil War type of situation, you know, fighting each other. And when we got into the movie, first scene, I'm like, all right, what's going on? Oh, it's a dream. Or not a dream, but like, you know, when they connect to the thing. I don't know what it's called, but y'all know what I'm saying.
A lot of I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, but first impressions, I was just happy to be back in the world, bro, because
nice.
It was more so a thing where it's like we've kind of done the same song and dance, like with Jake Sully and you know, what's his name? Quaritch. I don't know how to say it.
Quaritch. I thought
Quaritch.
Like
is he a colonel? Is he the colonel or corporal? I think he's a colonel, right?
I thought it was colonel.
Yes, colonel, because Jake Sully is the corporal.
I
think that sounds right. Yeah. So the colonel.
Quaritch.
Quaritch, yeah. Quaritch. And I don't even know what I was saying to that, but
pretty much you done the same song and dance with those two.
Oh yeah, same song and dance with those two. And I was kind of expecting more of the same, but just like different setting. Not necessarily like I'm thinking Fire and Ash, like just from the title, I'm thinking stuff about to be on fire. You know, simple things like that. And that's basically what we got. But I want to know, first thing, Chris, do you feel like the movie needed to be 3 hours? That's the first question I got for you. Because this is our third time watching Avatar.
I will say, I know this is our 201st episode.
Yeah.
But questions like this make me go off the rails, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was gonna start off hot. Like
no, you're good. You're good. These are the good questions because I feel like, you know, these are the real questions that everyone wants to know. And I will say I was not bored for 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna start off with saying. Like I definitely wasn't bored. I did genuinely feel glad to be back in the space. But man, did 3 hours kind of feel like Avatar: Way of Water 3 hours? Like,
Mm.
did we really need both of these movies? And now that I've seen this one, I kind of feel like, dang, did you just have like a really long movie and just said like, yo, we gonna make 2 movies? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So to answer your question, probably not. We don't need 3 hours.
Yeah.
And deep down, I'm really questioning uh almost what was the purpose of this movie,
Mm-hmm.
or like, was this I don't want to get too crazy, but I might as well because we back.
Yeah.
Like, was this a cash grab just to keep Avatar going for
Oh,
multiple movies? Because it
cash
just,
grab.
yeah, there's just something about this one that just made me say like, dang, am I watching Way of Water all over again?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, bro. Like, I'm a big time Avatar stan, and I really like the Way of Water. But
Yeah.
after seeing this one, I just expected a lot more. And
Mm-hmm.
3 hours, I was just waiting for the next level, the next
Yeah.
like jolt. And I kind of felt like they had some pieces in place that we would get there.
Mm-hmm.
And after 3 hours, I was like, yo, I didn't need this. You could have dropped this movie a year, 2 years ago.
Director's cut.
Yeah, half as long, and I probably would have been cool.
Yeah.
But 3 hours after 3 years, I don't think it need to be this long.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I would have to agree. I don't think it had to be this long because I feel like this was kind of like two separate movies. Like comparing the beginning to the end, because the beginning is more of a continuation of two, where it's like, okay, you guys, this is what happened directly after, you know, um, the second movie. So it's like it was cool to get reintroduced into the world, but like because the world is so pretty, because the world is so vast, I feel like they gave us a lot of those shots that with time is going to add up.
Yeah,
So I'm not
take
saying
the
like
time.
necessarily anything needed to be cut per se, um, but I don't think it needed to be 3 hours for what actually happened.
3 out of
You know,
15.
because it's like I you got it 3 hours 15 minutes. What. But what I will say, as when you ask like what is the purpose of this movie, my brain went to bridge. I feel like this was a bridge to the fourth movie, because like at some point we're going to have to address the city, and for them to show the city at the end of the second movie, and now we're actually getting to see like what this you know I don't know, you call it foundation or colony, is really looking like, and how much progress they have made in between this time. I was expecting a little bit more of that than what we got, just because it's like an ever looming like thing in the back of your mind. Like at some point, everybody's gonna pull up,
Yeah.
and it's like, what are we gonna do then? So there's that. So I'm curious to see what y'all think in the comments about just like how long the movie was, and what you feel like the purpose of this third movie was. Because when you said cash grab, it made me think like, okay, they did announce like 3-4 movies. How many movies is it going to be? Do you know?
I thought there were 5 after
5.
Way of Water
Yeah, I feel like
dropped.
there was. I feel like there was like more, just at least more than I expected. But it could have literally been just some Photoshop stuff people did at the same time,
Yeah.
because it was all like the same logo, just a different color of like what
Yeah.
that theme
Yeah.
was going to be. So when you said cash grab, I'm like, maybe because they announced like 3-4 movies after that one as soon as it came out
Yeah.
type beat. So it's like you might be on to something there. We might have to keep up with that. Um, but yeah, I think for me, I think this movie served more as like a bridge to whatever comes next, because the second movie was more about them like learning the way of water.
Mhm.
This one was like like
I'm
like
telling you, bro.
it's tough. It's tough because I like it so much, Chris. I like this movie a lot. I really enjoy watching it. But when you think about like the fire and ash aspect of it, it was more of a side dish than like a main course. Because it's
Yeah.
like when we got introduced to it, it was literally just the people and that's it. We didn't really get no real culture outside of like what we saw from the Raiders doing
Yeah.
like what Raiders do. So I think in the next one we might get a little bit more just because of the Colonel's, I don't want to call it transformation, but awakening possibly, who knows. But as far as like first impressions of this thing, man, I was like, man, this is a very high quality movie. But this story, it feels a little like redundant. So
I see it, bro. I see it.
so let me ask you this then. Another tough question. Maybe, possibly. Let me not jump the gun. Um, did you feel like like the middle of the movie, we did the same kind of like it was like the same kind of roller coaster, like back to back to back, where it was like
I
they were
felt
playing
it.
cat and mouse, just in 3 different scenarios. You know?
Well, I'll put this out there. In this movie specifically, I noticed again the only way they can get like a battle going
Mm-hmm.
is someone in the family got to be kidnapped.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was like really obvious this time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh my god, we're doing this again."
Yeah. When they
And
took the
I thought,
baby, that was the last straw for me. I was like, y'all can't keep doing this, bro.
yeah,
This is
I was
overkill.
like, "Why we're in the same movie?" And I thought back to it. I was like, "Oh my god, they
Mhm.
do that every movie." Now that I think about it.
Yeah. It's like
Um,
they do this like 3 times in this movie where it's like somebody get captured, they got to figure out a way to get them back. Then they get captured again. They got to figure out a way to get them back. And they just keep adding characters and characters and characters just for the Colonel to jump away at the last second because
backstep.
there's this like, co-parenting type of situation that's happening amongst Sim and Jake Sully throughout the movie and it's funny, but it's like y'all doing too much,
Mm.
at the same time. But continue. I mean,
No, no,
cut you off.
no. I like the way you put it that way because it's just I don't want to say like wow we're really in like kid movie land,
Mm,
but it just became so blatantly like in your face, bruh. This is the only way they can start the conflicts every single time. There's not just some actual initiative where they're trying to do something like oh we're actually gonna assault the city or something like that. It's always just we're rescuing someone, we're rescuing someone. Oh, someone's
mm-hmm.
captured. We got to find a way
We're
and
non-violent. We're non-violent. Violence.
yeah. Like
You know what
a
I'm
way
saying?
to invoke like we're only violent because of this,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just too obvious in the movie. And I will definitely have to go back and watch the second one to see how many times it happens. But I do know it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I will say, I think a problem I had with this one is when those scenarios happen, it's the third time it became plot armor.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this actually feels like they're gonna get away with it again.
Yeah.
And in the second movie, they kind of stopped you right there and said, "See, it don't always work
There
out."
was there
Oh,
was yeah, exactly. There were stakes and there was consequences. In this one, it
yeah.
didn't feel like there were consequences. And they kind of blatantly did that with how they used Spider as basically like a
Yes.
human shield and it's
In the
like,
very end, it was like, I don't believe y'all. Like, I
yeah,
just feel like y'all kind of built this
same
his,
song
his
and
whole
dance.
storyline. Yeah, that this ain't happening with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really thinking halfway through, okay, like they might really shock us and get someone out of here real quick, and then the next few movies be someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But nope. And it really bothered me because it did feel like same song and dance, and they
Yeah.
can't do it in the next movie, bro. They cannot have someone get kidnapped in the family and then just say like, all right, time to rest. Oh, and then the reuniting, not reuniting, recruiting of the clans again. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
We just do this every single movie too.
Avengers assemble.
Yeah, I don't think I can keep up with it, man. And I'm such a
Yeah,
big like Way of Water stan. Like I was like, yo,
yeah,
that movie is good.
yeah.
Now I'm like, yeah, this is redundant. Like
Hmm.
I just can't unsee it now.
Yeah. Beautiful, but redundant.
Oh yeah.
Redundant. I think that might be the title of the episode, bro. Um, I think for me, the biggest thing that like it's the biggest thing for me was like I feel like they were on the cusp of like really getting into some deep like acting and some deep performances and some you know Oscar nomination types of situations, but because of the roller coaster of emotions and story structure, I guess is a better way to do it. It kind of cheapens the moment because one of the things I really like about Avatar and just like how they handle characters in general is that they really let the characters feel the emotions of whatever they're going through. Because like earlier in the movie, they're dealing with, I mean, pretty much the whole movie, everybody's dealing with grief, right? And they're all dealing with it in their own separate way. But the ways that they do it, and I guess you could call it like just different archetypes in general, is very like central to who the character kind of is, So when we get to a moment that is supposed to be like, you know, oh, this is one of those moments like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're here. It doesn't feel as like impactful as when in the second movie you felt when somebody got taken out, you felt it, you know. In this one, we had Loak literally about to end it, but it happened to me personally. It happened way too late after the fact of like the initial crash out.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like by this time, I'm like, oh, where's he going? You know, oh, he's pulling up to the beach. Oh no, he ain't. No, he ain't. Okay, good, we're here. And I feel like at some point I was like, oh, they're not even going to address what he almost just did, but they do, and I feel like the themes of loss and like all the different waves that people go on were like good in like format or outline wise, but like because there's so much time sometimes in between those moments because you want to fill it with action and a little bit of levity and you don't want it to be just a mega dark movie, like it kind of gets like lessened a little bit to where
For sure.
if it wasn't for the dramatic music, you might not know that this is supposed to be one of those moments, especially between the Terry and Jake, because
Yeah.
Jake is like the complete representation of somebody that is like moral high ground, but I'm just not going to express my emotions at all at the same time. So it's like you're not even showing the right example of how to be who you want your son to be, or how you want to show up for your family, because you standing on this more high horse, but you're not like doing the same thing for yourself. You're not like looking in the mirror, because it's like until he had his Cain and Abel moment, I was like, man, this man Jake Sully ain't learned nothing. Like this whole time, like like I was like, bro, we needed a redo. Like I just felt like we needed a redo at a certain point before that, because it was a build up to then, but like it just felt a little bit too isolated because there were so many things going on.
I mean, I've just to piggyback off what you're saying, it kind of brings back to why I feel about this movie overall. There is so much stuff going on, and I just kind of feel like these moments work initially, and it
Yeah.
doesn't like build upon it where I get that payout in a third movie where I feel like, that was warranted for all this. It kind of just feels like to me, we set the stuff up, it has a lot of emotion, and then it's gonna look so good and it's gonna have so many great action scenes that you're gonna just think it's amazing.
Mhm.
And I kind of feel like, if they would have went darker with it all, a
Yeah.
lot of more people would have like appreciated just that type of aspect of
Especially when they teary.
Avatar. Yeah, because I feel like those were really, really strong moments, especially early.
Grieving mother.
And I think that's why I'm just thinking like they could have just made this one a really darker Avatar, short, sweet, and it's not your normal Avatar where you have, because Avatar 1 and 2, they're both kind of very similar.
Mhm.
Also, this one I think ramps up on the action,
Yeah.
but if they would have made it shorter and more emotional and more heartbreaking,
Mhm.
I at least would have gave them more points on like trying something different. I do feel like the
I feel
director
yeah.
went with what worked automatically. Like,
Yeah.
hey, all of this worked in the past. I'm gonna keep it going. Fire and ash, call it
Mhm.
a day. And it kind of
Mail it in.
bothered me. Yeah. So I hear what you're saying, and I just feel like overall that wraps up well with, bro, y'all could have just hit home runs with these deliveries. Like
Yeah.
add on to it, bring in more, and I just feel like they just went with it easily. And
Mhm.
I
Took
don't
the
know,
easy
man.
way out. They
For
took the
a lot of it, like a
yeah,
lot of that
and that was
emotion
a
that was building up, and it was just like,
mhm.
yeah, like we're good.
Yeah, and that was a theme in the movie too, because it's like the easy way would have been just to take Spider out. The easy way would have had to been to just keep running. The easy way would have been like to, just go in there and fight. But it's like they continuously made choices that were harder choices, but like they never really got the payoff for it until the end. And even in the end, it still doesn't feel like it's over. So I feel like because this is the third movie, it doesn't have the benefit of being the first one where it's like, all right, we just get to introduce you to this world. We don't necessarily have to worry about,
Yeah,
you know, building
great
a
point.
bigger story. And the second one is like, okay, off the backs of that first one, boom, let me introduce you to something else. So it's like, unless they're just going to be a traveling circus and go to different, areas every time where we're going to experience that, even that could get played out, you
Yeah,
know?
and I
So,
really thought they would have like deep dove into that more often, just because of how like visually stunning when Way of Water dropped
yeah,
and you saw the water, and
so
it was just such
different.
a, yeah, so different from the first movie. I'm like, dang, this is
Hmm.
really cool.
The
And
animals.
yeah, and I really thought they would have went with like the more mountain theme or
Hmm.
volcano or something like that,
Yeah.
where maybe they are getting completely ran out of like their water village that they established a home in, and now they're like struggling. Like now
Hmm.
we ain't got no other tribe to turn to. We're in the heat.
Yeah.
Something where it's like,
Embrace the
okay,
volcano aspect of the element where it's like
yeah, straight from the mud,
destruction to rebirth, we want to spread that fire everywhere type thing.
Yeah, and I just feel like they sidestepped it, and
Yeah.
that's where I keep thinking like they just continued Way of Water and added just a small
Hmm.
portion of some more interesting stuff,
Yeah.
but they didn't take care of it enough. And
Yeah.
they could have had that weird like volcano, ash, mountain type story with the dark narratives that they already had in this movie,
Hmm.
and just shorten it up, and I'd have been good. And I'm not even getting to the point of the last movie came out in 2022, bro.
Yeah.
Like you could have dropped that shorter version in a year, and I would have been like, all right, I'm cool with it. Like y'all had some extra time, extra film. You didn't want to just
Hmm.
stuff us with a 4.5 hour movie. So, let's get these
There's a
emotions
lot
out
of
of here.
swimming in this junk.
There was a lot. There was a lot.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
Yeah.
it's tough for me also, just because it's like, oh, we can put more on the fourth movie, but now they lost a lot of credit with me. Like
Yeah.
I was very much like, yo, I trust whatever they're gonna do in the third movie. Now
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know. We might need to get someone to proofread this script before we give you that paycheck to just to start filming the next one.
Yeah. Like I definitely feel like they was holding back because of something else that's gonna happen. You know,
But how do you
like
hold back after 3 years? Dang.
I don't know, whatever is in that fourth movie must be thunder. You know, because like I feel like you're saying, there's moments in this movie where I'm like, oh, here we go. Like we're finally about to get into what Fire and Ash actually means. But instead we just kind of get a monologue of it. And there's a little weird, you know, what's that movie?
Oh, Blue
Taxi
Girl on
Cab.
that cocoa.
Yeah, yeah.
That Blue Girl in that snow. That's
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like there's like that moment where it's like random side quest, you know?
Yeah.
But I just feel like the like we're just touching like this, like getting our feet wet still. When
I
it's
just
like
felt like we did that
we
though.
had a whole movie to dive in,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, man, like, because there were some very good lines in this thing. There was some very good like family moments, and literally, you know, there's a Jedi amongst us. So like, there's things like they have built on, but it's like I don't feel the benefit of it because of like the way they decided to, you know, kind of progress the story of like, you know, Sky People versus Navi.
Mm.
And I don't know what to do with it because I enjoyed
And
watching it
bro, they're
though.
gonna just come back again.
They're gonna do it again.
Like I
They added a new baby. They're gonna do it
oh
again.
man.
You know. So I don't know, bro, because it's like, so like think about this, like the whole wingman moment, right? That was way too late.
Yeah.
Like that happened way too late because as soon as Loak came back and he brought a gang with him, right? And addressed everybody, stood on business, did all that, and you still don't sit down and talk with him. You wait till you already, you know, down and out, basically.
Yeah, we already defeated, and I got turned to you and be like, "It's just me and you, bro.
Yeah,
You know you always been my number one."
Yeah, like we locked in now. I was just like, bruh, like there's no way, you know. So, and I just don't also understand the mentality as well of like, you know, the Sky People have like, you know, plans to colonize the planet and what they're doing to the whales. Well, not the whales, but you know, the whales. In the first movie. So why aren't y'all adopting the way of Jake Sully to be ready? You know, like why is there so much pushback? Because you know what they're gonna do.
It's like the still in the same spot.
You know? And I'm just like,
That's crazy.
What more do you need to see? We've had 2 movies of this.
Yeah.
Know?
It's surprising, bro. I feel like we got a sequel to a book and they decided to do like inch forward progress of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "We'll see you the next book." Like,
yeah.
Like, bro, are we serious right now? And now I'm even wondering, like, for like the bad side, like, can we just rush to like an ultimatum where it's like, okay, we're just gonna send like a full fleet to just like mass conquer. Like, we're not gonna do this slow, and we're not gonna just, oh, we're mining resources. No, we're just gonna go full on like colonization. So then it becomes like, yeah, y'all are clearly in danger, but y'all knew you were in danger many years ago.
Right. And now that you've actually been there and you've seen what they've done in the short amount of time that they've been here, you can't just go back home and think everything is okay. And they still did that at the end of the movie.
They still did that.
And I'm just like, okay, we learned nothing. You
Yeah.
learn nothing. So it's frustrating because it's like, okay, I really like enjoyed the movie, Chris.
Yeah.
I did. But
I wasn't bored at all. Like 1
I don't
minute,
know
I
how
wasn't bored.
I can reward them when it's just like we didn't get like what kind of we were promised. Like it felt like the Fire and Ash people were like 20 deep.
Yeah, sometimes it did.
But like
When they pulled up, they seemed like there was a lot, but
there's a lot more, right? But then we pull up to the village, there's nothing there. So it's like, where did they all come from? You know?
yeah.
So it just feels like they just spawned enough in there, like if he was playing a, you know, Minecraft creator or whatever, creative Minecraft, and you could just plug in like 20 different dragons, you know, to put into the end game instead of just like these aren't real people. They just kind of reskinning everybody, you know.
Good point.
And we got the main person, and that's all that matters. So as long as a squirrel gets his nut, we good to go. You know, like that's kind of what it felt like. It was like, oh, obviously, what he say? I know what you want. You want your equal. Like, bruh, come on. What are we doing?
Yo, man. Write that down. Write that down.
What are we doing? So I just was like, bruh. And then he pulled up to the joint and they tried to score because we haven't really talked about the Sky people at all. He pulled up, they having a meeting without him, right? He was like, I wasn't informed of this meeting. What's going on here? He in full war paint. Asking him what's going on. It's like, have you looked in the mirror? Do you know what side you on still? You know what I'm saying? So I know. Nah, I ain't gonna say it. Nope. Okay. I was about to make a mad joke.
Uh-oh. Canceled on episode 1?
Nah,
Crazy.
not canceled. Just like a little bit too far. You know?
All right.
A little too far of a joke. But speaking of too far, we gotta talk a little bit about Neytiri, right? Because I feel like in the second movie she got criticized a lot because all she did was scream, right? She didn't really have no lines for real. This movie, she got to talking about what's in her mind.
Oh yeah,
about that, what she call it? Porky
pink skins.
Pink skins.
Yeah,
that was
crazy.
Kind of crazy. I ain't gonna count. Like that was wild, bro.
That was wild.
Like I was not expecting them to go there. But it's like if you're dealing in grief, that's kind of like where your brain could go, I guess. Of like as far as like diving in the realm of hate. But I just want to say that was crazy.
Yeah.
And it sounded crazy. And Jake Sully was like, "It's okay, baby. Come on, baby." Or whatever.
Yo,
I was like,
he was taking it so differently than I would have expected.
Man, you want to talk about
I guess
that?
he understand that she's going through grief, but it was like,
he's like, I hate them. I said, oh,
yeah, and it was just like, I think he said something like, when our kids make a mistake, is it?
Yeah. Do you
blame the other side?
Yup.
I'm like, yo, this is deep. This is some.
They doing some shadow work in this movie. Like that's crazy to say. And then even with Spider, like Spider just accepted his fate. He's like, "Yep, you're right. It'd be better if I was dead."
Yeah.
I'm looking at them crazy. If after I just saved you, now you want to go in the forest and kill me because it's like of what could possibly happen. We don't know for sure that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Nah. I couldn't go out like that, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
Me personally, I thought Spider like turned quickly. Like, oh, I understand now. I was like, bruh.
Yeah, it was too fast.
They just saved you. He's like, oh, my people came and got me. Yo, that's why I rock with y'all. And all of a sudden, it's like, Nah, he
He's
about to
like,
die. What?
yeah.
Okay, I get it. Like,
He's like, is this
no.
one of the talks? I was like, bro, you gotta put the pieces together. Like what I thought would happen, what I think would have been way better, but also like it would have had required a lot more work. Was if instead of him just going out there to just straight up kill him, would be for Jake to actually let him go. I mean, just be like, yo, you can't be with us because it's going to endanger you and everybody else. So we done taught you everything you need to know. You know what I'm saying? But just know you end up in trouble, we got your back. But you can't stay, you know? And end up having to lie to Natiri to say that he's gone, but then he come back heroic as Tarzan, right? Have the whole
I mean, to
what you
be honest, I
call,
like everything you're saying. That's way better.
you know, have the whole what's the song in Tarzan? Where he could like go from being like a little boy into being actually Tarzan. That's what should have happened. You know?
I agree. Like I feel like deep down when we're like speaking in riddles, like plot points like that are where they could have done something to make it even better, and they just chose not to.
Yeah.
Like they can't. He just played it safe,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's the perfect
even
way to
if that
put it.
didn't happen like this movie, it would have been way cooler in the future because then it's kind of like we have him an outlier. You know, he still has the ability to tame like a wild animal. Maybe he gets something crazy,
Yeah.
and then the daughter is literally Jesus. So
Yes.
it's like in the future
I
she
said
can
that
go
too.
crazy too.
Yeah.
But they
They
choose
find
not
each
to, and
other.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
bro, why? Why?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe movie 4 goes crazy and has all that really cool stuff.
Yeah. Or
Um,
even, you know, he gets what do you call it? Exiled, right? But then he gets picked up by the fire and ash people and his dad. Now that they have connected, now it's like,
yeah,
all right, bet, you know, you're gonna show me the way. We're gonna come back, fourth movie, ready to get revenge on both the Sullys. Jake
yeah, and
and
I really
Loak.
thought we were going that way. That he would uh finally pick his dad, and
Yeah.
then it's just gonna be like eventually that clan is
They become
like hateful
powerful or
towards
something.
to the Water Clan, and then they're like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, that's our guy. Like
Mm-hmm.
we can't just like wipe
Like
them out.
Spider comes back as like brawling, you know?
Because it just is in my brain. We're in the third movie. Like we got to get to a farther spot than just like we're family. We protect our family, and I can't
Yeah.
protect my family. Yes, I can. On to the next movie.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, we need the next plot points because all of my imagination that I had after the Way of Water is now gone. Like I
Yeah.
just feel like I don't know what you're doing because it just feels like you're gonna do the same thing again. Like
Yeah. Speaking
we
of
can't
this,
go back to these whales. We can't go back to
yeah.
these squids. We can't.
Yeah. Speaking of doing the same thing again, how'd you feel about the final battle?
Man.
Redundancies.
Yeah,
It's the
I just
same
feel like
thing.
we're
It
doing the
was
same thing
it was the
again.
same thing as the last one. Like there was literally nothing different outside of like him getting his big dragon or his big forgot what they
Whatever
call
it
it.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
the
that's the
alpha one.
problem, bro, because in the
Yeah.
first one, at least it was like the human robot version. And it's like, oh, now we're doing like clone to clone
Mm-hmm.
or avatar to avatar type fight. And
Yeah.
I thought when I first saw that, I was like, oh, this is cool.
Mm.
Because technically it's not him,
Yeah.
but um, and now it's just like I just watched this, and it's
Right.
like the last movie I just watched this. Like,
Yeah.
why is this happening?
Yeah.
And we kind of talked about how they got kidnapped, and that's when I realized, oh wow, they kidnapped them every time for them to start a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm realizing, bro, that plot point is the exact same too.
Yeah.
Like we knew that was going to be the ultimate battle, and the what was that other Va- Varang?
Barang, yeah.
Varang?
Yeah.
Like, they could have
The
just
fire
amplified
lady.
her character to make her, like, the final fight, and they just
Hmm.
ultimately, like, chose not to. They just was like, "Eh, we're good."
Yeah. Kept men centric. Let the boys fight.
Yeah. Like,
Yep.
she could have backstabbed the dude just for a little bit to be like, "Nah, like, Imma take over now."
I'm the
And
alpha.
just give it
Yeah.
give this movie a little bit more spice. They just played it too safe.
Yeah. She like instantly became, you know,
Just like
like like
accomplice. Just
accomplice. Yeah, like she literally like let go of all her power basically. Like she still had
yeah, I
power
don't know
over
why.
everybody, but like
But she was tough in the beginning. I was like,
she
"Oh, okay."
was. She was. I mean, she was tough to me the whole time. Like the stuff that she was doing. They gave her a Uzi. I was like, that's the
Mm.
perfect weapon for her
Bro, she did
chaos.
not shoot that thing when, she was chasing after,
Oh yeah, like when they went through the little square and they couldn't fit, she just looked
no.
at them instead of just like letting
I
that
don't know
joint
what
fly. Like
like,
you know.
we just showed you how to do it.
Hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah, aesthetic was fire though. Aesthetic was fire, but
It looked good.
yeah.
Like, I definitely think if I rewatch Way of Water right now, like, it wouldn't compare. Like,
Hmm.
this one has way more action, way better scenes.
I feel like I was watching Star Wars
They
at certain
trying to be Star
points.
Wars.
You know, like especially like during the little war part, I was like, yo, this is a dogfight. That like the different animals of starfighters and
Yeah.
cruisers and like um I was like, oh no, this is actually tough.
Mm.
And then Carrie used the force on her. I'm like, oh she's afraid, you know? Like I wish I could have seen what was happening to make her that scared, you know?
Mm.
Like in her brain. Because I was like, okay, now they're Saiyans. Like, get their tail. It's over with. Um, okay. I hate when this happens though, bro. Because it's like coming out of the theater, I was feeling good. I was like, oh, that
I
was good. You know?
I liked what I saw. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like without a doubt, watching Avatar, you're gonna enjoy what you
Hmm.
saw. And overall, I feel like if you enjoy Avatar, this one is the same thing. You'll feel good
It's
about it.
just the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It just depends on
Literally.
your flavor. Like, do you want the same thing again? And
Hmm.
how would you rank that same thing again? You know?
Yeah.
And
And
I
it's
am
like,
excited to see what the box scores look like. Because
yeah. This
Way
is
Way of Water did crazy numbers, and I'm wondering if this one
I
will.
think that has a lot to do with nostalgia though. Of like
True.
it's been 10 years since the
Yeah.
last one. This one gotta go crazy,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
I
But
agree.
I just wish the Fire and Ash was really Fire and Ash. Like we really got to step into that world, bro.
Yeah, should just had a dragon or some raptors on the ground that breathe fireballs or something. You know? Just
Yeah.
elevate this thing crazy.
Like what happened to them panther things, bro? They never brought those things back. They don't
You're right.
swim, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
Um, okay. We didn't even talk about Spider learning how to breathe. How you feel about this mycelium thing? Like, do you think they're going to be able to actually like clone it or take a sample or something?
Like, I just do just because I feel like the humans have to be able to breathe on this planet for them
Hmm.
to ultimately collide and have the whole, like, it's Earth versus Pandora type fight.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if they're gonna try to go with, like, mass invasion of Pandora, or we completely leave Pandora
Hmm.
and see how horrible Earth is.
We haven't
Um,
been back, bro.
yeah, it's just I don't know what their future is, but because he can learn to breathe, I I in this series, it doesn't seem like breathing is such a bad thing because you know, they have the mask and they can still
Yeah.
fight. But I feel like once the humans can breathe, it becomes more of a like, oh, okay, we officially can claim this place. Like right now,
Hmm.
they're they're building a city, and they're using it as resources, but they can't really claim the planet because they know how dangerous it would be for
One bad
so many
battery, you're
people.
cooked.
Yeah, so I think I'm just ready for that next step. Like, bruh,
Mm-hmm.
all right, they made a
I
step.
need a leap. I don't need a step. I need a
Yeah,
leap
yeah. So let's
for
do a
sure.
time jump where they done already gave everybody something, and
Mm-hmm.
they eat a tablet, and boom, they can breathe on the planet or something.
Yeah. Okay. Is there
They
anything
are six
else?
eight still, so it's like they can't go hands with
Nah,
each
they
other.
can't. Nah,
Yeah.
whenever I was geeking when they got Jake, right? And it was holding him up in the pen. Everybody was taking pictures and stuff like that. They should have flashed back to Earth so that we could see people's reaction to like, oh, this is Jake Sully. You
Yeah,
know, the way they was acting like paparazzi and stuff. But then
yeah,
also when the general came out, whatever, and she came out on her little robot
yeah.
and she started pressing him, and he was like, "Stop acting like a jackass and just take
Yeah.
the win." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
she
watch
did
me
it
work,
too."
and she was like,
He was like,
"Oh."
"We did it!" Like I was like, "Bruh," I was like, "That's what this must be when J. Cole was talking about in that one song." Um, but yeah, okay. I feel like we said it all, bro. You got anything else that you've been thinking about?
I kind of wish I kind of feel like some of our characters didn't get enough love in the movie.
Mm,
Um, and the whole Jesus stuff, like that was such a big part in Way of Water, and I feel like we
yeah.
we 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 just inched a little bit again, where it was like, okay, now we're really doing more Jesus stuff, but then it's like
Mm-hmm.
I thought we would be down the line of like, yo,
She's gonna have some extra power.
yeah, like either we
Yeah.
got the full extra power of this movie, or we got the full lore of this is what this means to like our whole planet. Like
Yeah.
this is what some Dune 2 stuff, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, like forget Sully being like it.
Yeah.
Like this thing right here is like change. Like I thought we'd get something by now, and to not get that yet is like,
Yeah.
bro, y'all running out of movies. I
She's
don't
like,
know if
I
we gonna
don't
get
know. I
another
don't know
one.
how I did it. Like everybody watched you do it. So I don't
Yeah.
understand what's the big problem. You got the flower thing, you took a piece out, you put it in his mouth, and then you plugged
She
into
said
the
she just
earth.
randomly, oh, let me just do this. I was like, yo, where are you getting this?
Yeah, like we literally just saw what happened, bro. So
You got
I
the
don't know.
answer. Stop lying to us.
Yeah, like you know, weird.
Yeah.
And then oh, this is the last thing, Chris. It's the last thing that really took me out was because this is the same thing that happened in Dragon Ball. Now that we got a full look into not a full look, it was like just like a lot more prevalent of like what the mother earth thing or whatever, or the afterlife looks like, the ancestors. Especially when Spider pulled up and then he was able to say what's up to his bro.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, there's no consequences at all, technically. Like
Mm,
there's consequences in this life, but it's like if just it's just happened. But when we go over there, everybody happy that they over there now. You know,
I
like
mean, so you bring a good point because that made me when I saw that part, I was like, dang, why is she tripping so bad? If she could have been
yeah,
like
and met
work
them.
out your grief. Like
Yeah,
that's in life in general, it just feels like it makes sense why there's
if
that
you can
gap.
go
If
and visit them whenever you want.
yeah.
Like I get it, they're not physically here no more, right? But like it looks like they have a sense of touch and all that, um, and they can breathe while they're down there and stuff like that. But because she's like the Navi from the jungle in the forest, she didn't want to embrace the water in the second one,
Mhm.
right? So then she was just holding on to that. But like Loak was like, you know, I'm pulling up every day, every chance I get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, it's not my fault. Like, you know, that was another thing.
But you think
We
just
never
as a Navi
addressed.
people, they've always felt like loss is okay anyway. Like
But
it,
they
it does
feel it
suck, but
deeply. They still feel it deeply,
yeah.
but it's like
Okay.
the last part of that movie when I really saw it and really thought about like, okay, if y'all all can experience this, it kind of takes away, because this is why I say this, right? Because in the second movie we lost a pivotal character in the show, in the movie, right? But in this one, nobody pinnacle outside of like the queen leader that had the baby at the end died.
Yeah.
But nobody, I'm not gonna say nobody really liked her, but she had like a small role,
Yeah.
and so it was like there was nobody really grieving her in the instance. So when they have their big battle and everybody getting murked, even the kids, you know what I'm saying? Little cuz with the high top got murked as well. But it's like we don't get to feel that because they don't address it. They just jump right back in and everybody's there. Let me put my hand on you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I just felt like it was a Dragon Ball moment when we got the Dragon Balls and it was like, doesn't matter what happened anymore because we could just wish everybody back. You know?
Yeah.
So,
It's literally that feeling of like you're in a better place, but when you don't, like when it does feel like you don't know if that's true,
yeah.
it makes it feel very very dark.
Yeah. That's why I like the
Like,
second movie so much because I'm like, yo, there was actually cost. Like, there's actually, you know, stakes.
mhm. And
And,
like I said, this one is just like a nice little family film where it's like, hey, we made it
mm-hmm.
all, and look, Spider one of us now, and everyone's
Especially
just like,
after that joint got
hey,
blown up too. I was like,
yeah,
oh, dang, it's over. They lost their connection to the Avatar state. Like,
yeah.
you know,
I'm, I'm telling you, bro,
it's a lot.
that's a good point, bro.
It's a lot. So I don't know. All right, it's score time
Dang,
because I ain't gonna get
dang.
mad, but I don't know if my score is still the same as I thought it was.
Oh,
I'm gonna let you go first, Chris. Set the tone. Where we at?
set the tone.
Yeah.
Ooh,
What
a
are you
new
giving this?
season, episode 201.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we're gonna start out with? Um, Avatar, Fire and Ash, 2025. Probably the last movie I'm gonna see this year. It's a 7. Like,
mm,
I do love the way it looks.
yeah.
I just kind of feel like it's a expansion to the Way of Water, and I kind of wish they would have just done a little stuff differently, or at least
Mm-hmm.
took more chances. And if they would have done that, I at least thought we would get an eight type movie.
Okay.
Um, was still never like the biggest Avatar 1 fan, but I think Avatar 2
Yeah.
was quite the step up. That was like minimum a 9.
Yeah.
Um,
I just feel like movies were different back then too. Where it's like
yeah.
when you saw Avatar, like because it was so different and it was like a DVD culture back then too, you just watched it way more than what you do now. I feel like
And
because
this one has
everything's
more
available.
action.
It does.
It's
It
just like that
does.
this story, the length, and the fact that I feel like I just saw it with Way of Water.
Yeah.
And Way of Water has more emotional stakes, less action, but still good
Mm-hmm.
action. And the whole Colonel being the main bad guy again, but this time Avatar. I feel like that just has normal movie stuff, but done better in a
Yeah.
single movie. And then they just try to copy pasta all over again
Mm-hmm.
and try to spice it up, but it's just relatively the same. So I'm gonna just say it's a 7. It's a good movie. I don't think it's great.
Yeah.
I'm to the point where I'm not even sure like you gotta go see it. But if you go see it, I think it's gonna be some of the best stuff you see, like,
Mm.
actually see.
Like visually.
Yeah. So
Like
maybe the kiddos might like it, but when you piece it together, think story-wise, think what's going
I think
on.
this is your first Avatar movie, I think you'll like it better.
Yeah. and it's cool. Like there's air scenes, there's water scenes, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just after 3 and waiting this long to see this one,
Mhm.
it is redundant. It is like the same thing. It is a one trick pony, confirmed now. And as much faith as I had, I feel like a little bit is lost, and I'm very concerned for the next movie. And if they decide to not continue with Avatar after this one,
That was a
that's a that's a sucky ending. Like
yeah.
I think they have to go another one. I just don't know who they're gonna kidnap again, and I don't
Like you
like
said, I
I
think we
just
need a
don't know
time
what they're gonna
skip,
do.
bro. Like you said, I think we
Yeah,
need a time skip
I think it's time. Time skip it up, and then it'll feel like a brand new world again.
to
And
go from
maybe
one era to having 4 or 5 kids to then just going ahead like a couple months maybe.
yeah.
It's like
Let's just time skip way more technology, and then hopefully they finally stop using these bow and arrows to fight the humans. Like maybe they have more advanced bow and arrows by then,
yeah.
like just ones with like I don't know something on it.
Green Arrow.
Yeah, some empowered like magic arrow thing. I don't know.
Mhm,
I'm just
mhm,
spitballing, but
mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna just go with the 7.
Okay.
Uh, most people will enjoy this. Um,
Get
and
Chris in
if
that
you like
writer's room.
Avatar, yeah, just spice it up or take
Mhm.
a risk. And yeah, if you like Avatar, you're definitely gonna like this one. If you love the first one, I'm sure you'd love this one. And if you like the second one, I really can't see you hating on it that much. So, but if you hate any of
Mhm.
the other ones, oh, you are not gonna like this. You are not gonna like this. Uh, what you giving it, G?
So, I know how I do. I got to give y'all the whole rundown. Coming out of the theater, I was like 9. That was great.
9.
Like that was
Fire.
so tough to
No
watch.
Ash.
You know, like it was 3 hours, but I was like I couldn't believe it was 3 hours. Um, but after having this conversation and even like thinking back to just the fact that I like the second movie better than this one as well.
True.
I'm gonna have to go with an 8, bro. I'm gonna have to go with an 8 because I still think like pound for pound, this is a really good looking movie, man. Like this joint does, it's up there with the best of them. Almost looks unreal sometimes because it looks so good, and I feel like just the world itself, it carries, bro. It carries a lot for some of the decisions that they make, but you know, story wise, because of the redundancies. It doesn't mean that the redundancy isn't a good thing. It's just very noticeable. Like they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They take that literally. And
They take it literally.
yeah. And
Like
it
this
was
is a
like,
new standard now.
yep. So I just feel like, as a way to send off the year, I feel like this was a good movie to watch. Still maybe a couple things left to see out there, but Avatar Fire and Ash definitely was not what I expected, but I still think it was good. Like I enjoy watching it like as a spectacle for sure, you know? And I was really rooting for them youngins a lot of the times. Like when Jake was in the box, bro, I was like, dang, I got my boy in the box, like, free my man Jake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was really like, dang. And he was really posted. Locks just
Yeah, he
like,
was.
like, yeah, but do you see though? He tried to Jedi mind trick him, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this one was tough, and crazy to think that Spider became like a real main character in this joint compared to the first one where he was just like there,
Yeah.
like he actually had some moments in this joint. I think Loak is still like my favorite storyline. I think Kiri's still the most interesting because, like you said, she's like Space Jesus, basically. And can use the Force. But I think that at some point the Colonel gotta go, bro. We can't keep having these stalemates, man. We can't. Like I can't.
Bro.
Like he literally was like, "This is awkward," you know. Like you can't keep doing this. Either y'all gonna do this co-parent for real, or somebody got to go. You know. So, and I just feel like they don't. I feel like they don't know who they want the main character to be as well. And kind of losing because of that a little bit, but it is what it is. I enjoyed it. But let us know what y'all think about Avatar Fire Ash in the comment section below. I was supposed to say hit the like button, hit the subscribe button way earlier in the pod, but we just getting back. So you're still listening at this point. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? And Chris, what you geeked about, bro?
What am I geeked about? To be honest, I'm only geeked about getting to the new year.
Okay. That's not bad though.
I feel like a lot of good stuff is happening in 2026.
You saw that
Uh,
HBO trailer, huh?
of what?
Of just like all the shows that's coming out in 2026.
Oh, I haven't. I haven't
Okay,
yet.
okay. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of good games coming out in 2026. Uh,
Gamer.
yeah. Once Christmas drops, I'm gonna get a couple new games I've been waiting to play. So it's just kind of, I feel like in 2026 there's just more games, movies. Some big time movies are coming out next year. I'm really excited for that.
Steve Rogers.
And yeah, man, I just feel like in 2026 there's a lot more stuff. I feel like football season just went so fast that my team was so
It
trash.
did go.
I'm like ready for 2026
Yeah.
also. Um
It's literally just fall and winter, bro. That's all we get. That's all we
but
get.
yeah, bro. I'm just glad to be back on the pod. Um
Oh.
we get the wrap up of Stranger Things this week too. So it's just like, dang, by the time we review that, it's pretty much 2026.
Yeah.
So it just feels like a lot of better things are on the horizon.
I hope
And
so.
yeah, 2025 was a weird year. And yeah, I just think as soon as this new year turns, I'm gonna be hyped. I'm gonna be hyped for a lot of stuff, and it just feels
Okay.
weird. Yeah.
Okay.
But
What's up?
what you geeked about, G?
So I'm geeked about Mario Supreme. Excited to see that. Boy Timotei. And
The rapper.
yeah, I was gonna say that too. Not very impressive, but you know, not surprised.
He was trying.
He was trying. And then I'm also excited about just Stranger Things. I'm excited about Welcome to Derry. I'm excited, but actually I'm not excited about Welcome to Derry because I'm still scared of Welcome to Derry. I really just enjoy watching Stranger Things though. Like that's a more enjoyable watch. They try and do two different things. I feel like, you know.
Yeah, you know them landings. Let's hope they land it.
They're not even in the same realm to me. And then what else, bro? I ain't got no games I'm excited for. I still gotta finish Ghost of Yote. Oh, speaking of the new year, bro, I got some more books. Boy, epic
Hey,
reader, bro. You know what I'm saying?
nice.
I read like more than 5 books this year. Genius.
Nice.
But I'm excited about that. And what else? The Mighty Nine. That's about to finish up. But it's so hard to watch stuff on Prime, bro, because these ads are going crazy. Like, ads
They're
be
bad.
longer than the show, you know?
Yeah, they're bad.
I'm like, what's the point of paying for Prime if you're going to be paid to watch without ads, bro? You know,
I think it's an add-on, right? Like $2 to get the ads off.
I don't know. They ain't seeing my $2 though. I
Yeah.
just turn it to something else until I'm ready to watch that again. Oh yeah, so I'm watching the Gundam Iron Blood Orphans.
Mm.
Fire. That one's actually fire, bro. And then Gashi Akuda
Mm.
and obviously One Piece. One Piece going nuts.
Jeez.
Like it's so good. And I was about to say something. I gotta stop. Um, and then Ohio State about to go back to back. Everything, you know. Uh, what else? Yeah, I'm just excited for like the holiday time, bro.
Yeah.
Watch Christmas movies, all that. You got a birthday coming up, you know,
Yeah.
in T minus a couple
Like
minutes.
a couple minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just feel excited just to do like some just nice relaxing hobby stuff and then
yeah.
game a little bit here, watch a little stuff and I'm
Mm-hmm.
ready for this new year, bro. I'm just
Yeah,
excited for that.
about to get activated. Percy Jackson,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fallout.
Yo, yeah, Fallout already out.
Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff to watch.
And Fallout, I'm fingers crossed. This is like the best storyline, so it better go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of podcast content coming out.
Yep, yep. So it's gonna be dope. But let us know what you geeked about in the comment section below. Chris, you got anything before we got to go?
Nah, Merry Christmas, y'all, and stay tuned.
All right, we'll see y'all next week. Stay geek. Peace.
Later, y'all.